Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the Jane tool to help you recommend reviewers. So sometimes during the submission process, you're going to be asked to recommend reviewers for your work, and you want to provide the names and their names and emails. And sometimes you don't know where to start, and you might think that you should recommend people that you know. You can't do that. You can't recommend people from your own institution because that would be seen as biased. So you want to find other experts that are neutral to your work and recommend them as reviewers. So how can we do that, and how can we use the Jane tool? So the Jane tool is the journal author name estimator, and it's a really nice tool that I use whenever I get asked to recommend reviewers. And all you have to do is copy and paste your abstract into the section here. And I'm going to show you an example from some of my work and how it's going to respond and recommend people based on that. So here is this preprint that we have. It's on plagiarism, it's on infection journals, and it's on COVID-19. So all you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste the abstract. Okay, and you'll do the same for your manuscript, obviously, and you will just paste that into the Jane tool. Now, what's really nice is you can also use it as a journal finder, and you can use it to find other articles, but for now I'm just going to show you how to use it to find authors. So you're going to copy paste your abstract, you're going to click find authors, and it's going to give you a huge list of people that it thinks are close enough to the abstract that you have posted based on the relative similarity to other work that they have published. So let's take a look at someone here named Gasparian. So I'm going to click show articles here, and I'm going to see some of the work that they've published. So I can see that they've published on research misconduct, on plagiarism. They've used detection strategies for plagiarism. They have studied information flow on COVID-19. So I think, based on these articles, that Gasparian might be a good person to recommend as a reviewer for my work. If I'm not sure exactly, I can always click there, and it will take me right away to their work, and I can continue reading that and finalize my assessment if I want to recommend this person as a reviewer. So based on these findings here, I think that they would be a good reviewer for my work. So I'm going to click email, and the Jane tool will give me their email right away. So I have their name and I have their email, and that's typically all that you need when you are submitting your manuscript if they are asking you for reviewers and their information. So all you're going to do is you're just going to copy and paste this, and when you are in the editorial manager, you're going to place that information there, okay? So sometimes you might also use the Jane tool and it will tell you, well, I can't find the emails, right? But it's not so bad to know exactly where the other articles are. So if I go up here and I go to Higgins, right? I click show articles, and I can see here one of their work. Plagiarism is submitted in submitted manuscripts, incidents, characteristics, and I cited Higgins, and part of their methods is what inspired this work. So say I want Higgins to be a reviewer, so I'm going to ask for their email, and it's going to tell me, well, no email address was found for Higgins. So it's not the end of the world if you're using the Jane tool and you see this come up. All you have to do is just click the link, and we all know that corresponding author is typically, their email is always available. So I can follow along the article, right? And if I follow through to the main page here and I click here, I can see there's a little email option there, so I can find the email of Janet Higgins. So I have her name here, and I can pull up her email when it comes up on Outlook, right? So I can copy and paste that into the information section on the editorial manager if they're asking me to do that. So I'm just going to show you guys another example again as well for another paper that we had published. So I'm going to copy and paste the abstract from this work that we've published previously. So let's just do that.
So one day I go to the gym, and one of my boys on like the
Okay, so I have the abstract copied. Let's try using the Jane tool again and see what it will give us this time. So because this paper is published, most likely it will give me my contact because this paper has been published. So let's just see what it shows us. It will show me the three main authors, but let's just take a look at the fourth person here, Sharma. So let's take a look. So let's say I was submitting this manuscript for the first time, and I'm looking for a reviewer to recommend. So I'm going to look here, and I'm going to see Sharma's work. So I can see that they've done work on vitamin D, modulating immune response. I could see exploring links between vitamin D deficiency and COVID-19. So I think based on these articles that Sharma would be a good person to recommend as a reviewer for my work. Okay, so I'm going to click here and request their email, and then you can see right away the Jane tool will give you their latest email address and even some of the co-authors involved if their email is available. So that's a really quick and effective way to recommend reviewers if you're lost and you don't know where to begin with that. Lastly, I just want to show you how you can use it to find journals. So you can use the tool as well to find journals if you don't know where to start. And obviously, since this is a published paper in inflammable pharmacology, it's going to recommend inflammable pharmacology for me based on the abstract. But you can also use it to see other journals. It might not be like perfect, but you can always use those to start and look at the scope of the journal if it matches your manuscript. So some of the examples here are International Journal of Molecular Science. It will tell you if it's high quality, if it's Medline indexed, if it's on PubMed, PMC. Journal of Endocrine Investigation, that sounds like it could be a good match. Virus Research, that could be a good match for the work that we are trying to get published. So that is the Jane tool in a nutshell. I'll put the link in the description for you to the tool itself, and I hope that helps you when you are being asked to recommend reviewers for your work. I'll see you guys in the next video.